Next song is an old song that was written for and recorded on an album in 1992 by a group called the Whisky Priests, of which I was, for my sins, I was a member. And this song tells the story of one person's life throughout the 20th century, and with the new millennium coming along, I decided it was time to update the song and put 100 years into perspective of working class life in Great Britain, especially as the character in the song shares a similar birth and death date of the Queen Mother of England, but they couldn't have shared a more different life. Nothing in common other than that. It's called William's Tale. This is the town where I was born. It's the town where I lived. It's the town where I died. There's many a tale to be told of this place, and the one that follows is mine. In the 1900s we entered the world, Elizabeth, Bowes-Lyons and I, but my mother died, delivering me a privileged upbringing I was denied. As a young lad of 12, fresh out of school, I spent my first day deep in the mine. It seemed like the hell of a dark prison cell, but Lord knows I committed no crime. The West Stanley disaster, I remember it well, when 168 lost their lives, but we were little more than slaves, then growing old before our time. In 1914, the Great War came. My father went off to fight the Hun and joined with the Durham Light Infantry. We were proud of the medals he won. Pozieres, Mons Ypres, Cambrai, the Somme. He fought many major campaigns, but when they shipped him back home with shell shock, he wasn't half the father that I had once known. 1926, and the general strike saw all the young men out on the streets. From Jarrow they marched in 36. All they got was blood on their feet. Half a century on, it's all happened again. It seems that some things never change. Jarrow rude, but the strikes continued, and the iron fist she held sway. When the Second World war came along, me spring 1839. My son got a note from the government saying, we need your services, son, for a while. Then they sent me a note near the end of it all, saying, sir, your son did fine. He's buried somewhere out there in North Africa. If you can find him, you can visit him from time to time. As the decades passed, I'd time to reflect on all that had happened to me. With my working day spent, along with my rent, no retirement castle for me. Too feeble, too cold to cope with the cold, sat next to a dying fireside, then up the club on a night for a single pint. Even that special privilege I was denied. Well, I faded at home with my plaque on the wall, 50 years of a miner's life, coughing up me guts to the bitter end, alone with me baccy and pipe. Until the millennium passed and I quietly passed on, no national mourning for me. I ain't no royal blood, I just did all I could through the 20th century.